Welcome to today's tutorial. This subject on this particular occasion is going to be a caveman. We're going to draw a bit Neanderthal today. Using our usual tools, a red, a blue and a graphite pencil, nice 5B pencil, along with a blue polychromo and a red pencil. It's going to be a bit of an unusual grid today, because what I'm going to do, we're going to start, it's going to be a 3-section grid, but we're going to start with 2 main sections. So round about, pulling in from the edges of the top and the bottom of the paper, I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 lines, which is obviously going to be 2 equal sections. Let's put our centre line in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, this section here, roughly splits this in half. And what we're going to do, just get another piece of paper, mark that half section off, and then we can add it to the top. And likewise we're going to do the same at the bottom. We're going to add a half a section to the bottom. Roundabouts, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, it's just roundabouts to plot the body out. Now on this top section here, we're going to split this into 3 sections. So on this first whole section that's been split in half, we're splitting this second bit into 3 sections. From here to here is going to be the size of the head of this character. It's going to be sort of, just put in a nice oval shape. Where this top line is, this top third, this is going to be the top of his shoulders, because his head's going to be sort of sunk into this body. It's going to have a sort of a hunched kind of appearance, because he's very, very, as I said, very Neanderthal, very ugh. So we've got the main body shape here and the head here. These are going to be I'm just going to spur the legs off, because they're going to be quite sturdy legs. This is going to be the bridge of his foot going to the ankle. And what I'm going to do with this other leg, I'm going to have it slightly bent. I'm going to just cut this bottom section roughly in half, and about the same distance here from here, I'm going to curve this leg, because he's going to have, we're going to curve it here and here. This is going to be his heel. And this is going to be the bridge of his foot, because he's walking towards us. There's the rest of the bridge of his foot. There's his foot there. And he's not going to have any shoes on, so I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 toes, and then 1, 2, 3 toes. Nice simple feet. He's also going to be carrying a club. So round about here, on the edge where this line meets the edge of his body, we're going to put an oval in here, quite a big oval, because he's going to have quite big hands. This is going to be his hand. And from that hand, this is going to be sort of his elbow, his arm and his elbow, spurring off the shoulder. As such. The other hand is just going to be straight down by his side, down here. And as I say, he's got very, very big hands, because he's a caveman. Not that I ever met a caveman, but I'm assuming that they all had quite big hands, because they were quite hard workers. And likewise, the arm coming off and joining that hand. Let's go back to the head. This top line here, coming down from that top third, is going to be his eyes. Once again, he's looking straight at us. And from there to this second section, I'm just coming below that second section. This is going to be a bit of a flattish nose. And I'm just going to exceed outside of the overall shape of the head and give him these really, really lovely big furrows on his eyes. That's going to be the top of his head. Furrows there and there. And I like these kind of weathered looks in their eyes. In between these two marks here, which is the third section in this top half, this is going to be his mouth. And he's going to have a very, 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 very broad chin, very broad jaw. So I'm going to actually bring this head down a little bit straighter now. This is going to be the edge of his lip. And I'm just coming outside here. So he's got quite a broad jaw. And from this point here, this is going to be the edge of his leotard. Two jowls. Put in some nice, two nice big teeth. And here, round about here, will be his ears. Okay, let's go to the hand. Now what he's going to be, he's got his hand in a position that he's got something in it that's going to be going over his shoulder. That's why we've drawn this extra section here at the top. So what I'm going to put in it, let's just draw a straight line, goes all the way to the top of the paper, and in his hand, very, very lightly with your blue pencils, this is going to be a club. Just going to go all the way down there, joining on to there. With the hand now on this circle, this oval that we've drawn, we'll draw up to this point here, a straight line, and we're drawing over, still following the line of that oval. There's 1, 2, 3, and this little finger here is going to be tucked under that club. There's going to be the thumb, and likewise the elbow and arm coming from the shoulder. I'm going to go down to this hand now, and because this hand is going to be partly hidden by his leotard, but I'm going to draw the hand in, coming off of this circle. As I say, he's got very, very ape-like arms. He's very prehistoric. This little finger is going to be tucked behind the hand there, and likewise with the other arm, this comes down to meet the outside of the hand. Okay, I'm going to use this line here, which is the bottom of the second section, as the base of his leotard. Now where we initially had this shape up here, his initial shape of his body, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come down and spur that down straight. just go below that line. And once again, I'm coming down the same here, spurring all the way down, and that hand will be hidden under the leotard there. So I'll just knock that hand out completely there. This is going to be, as we said, the first leg with the heel, second bent leg here with the heel, the bridge of the foot, 1, 2, 3, bridge of foot, going on to the heel with a nice strong baseline. So we've got the general makeup of this guy now. We're going to now go to our graphite pencils, and let's start with putting these facial features in. I'm going to have a nice heavy line here. He's going to have these really, really hairy eyebrows. And that's the reason why I've put nice big furrows here, so that we can actually accentuate those eyebrows a little more. You can actually see them. And I'm going to give him a little pointy head. One eye with the weathered kind of look around the outside. These guys worked very hard, had a long day. There's his nose. As always, a nice accentuation shadow under his nose. Let's put a little bit of a shadow under these eyes, outside of the face, the jowls. These two big teeth. Nice little sparkle in the eye. The ears. And let's put in this big jawbone, this big chin. And I'm going to, in his within these jowls, put a little bit of shadow there. And we can leave this line in as a little bit of an accentuation of the lip. And then once again, with our lovely 5B pencil, there you go. Okay, now let's put his hand in. First finger, second. And as we said, the third finger is actually folding around that club, so we can now put a bit of grain on the wood. You know, sort of, it's just ripped this off of a tree, so nice little holding shadow there. There's the thumb, and once again, nice holding shadow over that thumb, outside of his arm. Put a few little hairs on. Once again, the club, you can put a nice sort of accentuate a nice grain and give it a little bit of unevenness. It's going sort of behind his face there and there. The leotard, once again, it's sort of not an even thing, it's sort of ripped and torn. And now we're going to come down here. And not be frightened to overlap that hand. Because the hand is going to be just hanging behind it. The leg. The heel of the foot. As ever, a nice strong holding shadow to have them attached to something. Holding shadows are so important to hold things onto the ground. And then we can put in some minutiae, some extra detail, some furniture detail. It wouldn't be right with the stereotypical caveman to have, I don't know, leopard skin, leotard type thing. And nice little holding shadow there. And there, and I'm going to give him a few little shadow here, won't hurt. And I'm going to put a little bit of shadow in here to accentuate the hand and the club of it. And there you have it, Caveman. Thanks for watching.